Hello everyone, I'm Jared Folkins, a very senior technical engineer at CounterHack, and I'd like to offer a very merry welcome to Sans Holiday Hack 2022. Now, this talk is incredibly exciting because this will be the first ever Holiday Hack panel discussion. Our topic today will be DevOps Faux Pas, and I will be joined by two other much more talented individuals. First up, I'd like to introduce you to an old school neckbeard of the highest order. Someone who many believe is so advanced that it isn't technology at work, but rather magic. Please give it up for T-Wiz, a TCP IP wizard.
Well, hello! Thank you for inviting me, Jared. This is my first time presenting at Sans Holiday Hack, and I am most happy to be here.
Awesome, T-Wiz. We are so glad you're here. Now, our next guest, he's a last-minute fill-in, but excellent nonetheless. And while I don't know him personally, I heard great things. Please give a warm welcome to... Elf?
Hello!
Hiya. I'm sorry. You're a dwarf?
Oh yeah! Dwarves are the best, you see.
Yeah, I think there's some kind of mistake. I asked Lynn to find an elf to discuss this with.
Yes, I am Elf the Dwarf, and I am at your service.
So you're a dwarf named Elf?
That's correct!
Yeah, why don't we start with this first slide here and our first topic? Okay, yeah, information leaks. Man, that is quite a problem. See, I recall a time where a government agency tried to redact a sensitive document by using the redact feature of some very expensive software to draw black rectangles over top of the sensitive text. But unfortunately, these rectangles were just thin layers over top of the document, and they failed to overwrite the underlying metadata, which still contained all the sensitive information.
Yes, sadly this sounds about right. For my trouble, I recall a time where someone on our team committed some incredibly sensitive passwords into one of our Git repos. This developer then went and deleted the file in the repository, but unfortunately failed to clean out the previous commit on a local branch. Unawares, they left the sensitive passwords there. Over a year later, their laptop was stolen by nefarious thieves, and somebody was able to dig through this Git repository and extract the passwords, which were then utilized in what would end up being a significant and most expensive breach. Let me tell you, that was quite the faux pas.
Did someone say 4 paws? That reminds me of when me and my fellow dwarves fought off 600 5-pod lava bears. Let me tell ya, it was quite a feat. Now normally, we'd have easily fended off an attack from 4-pod lava bears, but nay, this 5th paw variation was something else. This extra paw would seemingly come out of nowhere and attack diagonally and stuff. It made for quite a battle, and yet we won the day and received much glory.
Elf, T-Wiz said faux pas, as in a mistake? And what does that sound, by the way?
Dwarves don't make mistakes, and it's my theme music.
Dude, please, we are in the middle of a panel. Can you shut that music off?
Oh yeah, sure, you betcha.
Next slide, please.
Now this is a good one. Misconfigurations. I could tell one of 1,000 stories of weak passwords or firewalls allowing ingress to private networks. But what I'd like to share is a time I was testing a web application. This was an SPA and was used for complex mathematical document creation. It used a Docker container to compose the document, and I discovered something quite by accident. When utilizing the misconfiguration of a privileged latte command, it allowed me to gain remote shell access to the container itself. And issuing an ancient incantation, one of deep magic created before the dawn of time, I busted out of the container into the underlying host, and I was off. And this story articulates a saying we have in TCP/IP Wizard School. It's turtles, all the way down.
Did someone say turtles? That reminds me of when me and my dad, by ourselves, fought off 1,000 goblin turtles. They were giant and slow creatures, but were not to be underestimated, for should one set their sight on you, their neck was wicked fast. It'd like shoot their head out and their mouth would bite at you and stuff. It took 3 days and 3 nights with just me and my father, but in the end, we defeated every last one. And we brought the spoils back to our town, and my father cooked up a mean soup, and he shared it with everyone. It was turtles all the way down right in our bellies, and our fellow Jaws cheered our name and sang our glory.
Elf, please, come on, the music!
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry about that, bud.
Yeah, can I get the final slide, please? Now this is interesting. Continuous integration and continuous deployment. Now that's something many companies have been using for a while now. You see, generally when a developer creates a new feature, instead of manually testing and deploying the software, there is infrastructure that is utilized which automatically builds, runs the test, and then deploys it to a production instance. An interesting story was when CI and CD was first becoming prominent, vendors used to give it away for free. That is, until the Bitcoin miners showed up.
Did someone say miners? That reminds me of a...
No. Elf, stop. Just stop. Seriously, you gotta stop. All I said was Bitcoin miners. Wait. Elf, would you ever consider helping a fellow miner who goes by the name of Tom Liston?
What does he mine?
Crypto coin?
The long-lost treasure of the undead toe? I can't believe it. I'd love to quest for such a treasure in a mine, but there ain't no way I'll ever find this Tom Liston in the whole wide...
I'm sending you his first, his middle, and his last. His home address, his cell number, his mother's maiden name, and the last 4 of his social.
Excellent. Never fear, very senior technical engineer Jared Folkins. I will find this treasure, and Liston and I will receive.
Oh no.
Much?
I absolutely know what Elf's about to say.
Glory!
Crap, did he leave?
The absolute mad lad has run off to adventure, leaving his theme music on.
Alright, adventurers, I guess with that, remember, look for secrets and information leaks, clue in on misconfigurations, and seek to exploit any CI/CD systems you stumble upon. Thank you for helping us save Christmas. May you find much peace, joy, and glory this holiday season.
Psst. Hey, T-Wiz, how do you think it went?
Oh, it went very well, I thought.
Really? I don't know. Do you think Ed and the other counter hackers are gonna like it? I'm just really worried that Elf threw a wrench in it.
Now, never you worry. Elf was wonderful. They'll love him just like they love you. Say, I have to go see Santa before I head out, and I was wondering if you'd like me to put in a good word for Gracie, Jude, and Ethan.
Aw man, T-Wiz, you'd do that? That'd be great.
Certainly. And you, Evan? how about I slip old Nick a few pre-Christmas Christmas cookies on behalf of Evie, Lake, and Rosie?
That sounds great!
But of course. Well, Merry Christmas, lads. And with that, be gone! Well, that was quite unexpected.